Great to see everyone. Thank you all so much. We're doing the science of sound. Hey, NorCal, what's up? Artman, what's going on? I am featured. It's like, I'm excited. Whoa. What's up, Emoji J? First up, we're going to have some awesomeness. I hope you're ready. Bam. First up, we are having a very special guest, as today is the Science of Sound. It actually is the first time that we are going to be having a guest, which is pretty fantastic. Thank you so much, Chris. But anyway, we're the first time going to be having the guest, so we are having Miss Mundy Love. She is the most talented vocalist, and she plays the piano and is very funny. So in our guest box, we have Miss Mundy Love, and she is in the style of. So Mundy, go ahead and guess yourself, and I'll add you.
Hi there. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
Mr. MikeFBell.
Yay. I am super excited. I'm in the guest or in the featured box for the first time today. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
for those
it
that are
is.
joining us, thank you. And we are here with Miss Mundy Love. She has her own featured show. It's called In the Style of.
I do.
Check it out. It's like just a couple hours from now. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern. But today she's going to talk a little bit about music theory, and she's also going to hopefully delight our ears with a musical treat.
Well, thank you so much, MikeFBell, for having me. Thank you for this opportunity, you guys. So a little bit about the basics of music theory. Today we're talking about sound, and we're talking about how it correlates with music and things of that sort. So basically, when you think of a song, you think of different notes that go into a chord. And then of those different notes that fit in that chord, you also have what's called a musical scale. And in that musical scale, you have 7 notes in that scale. So if
Can I say them? A, B, C, D, E, F, and G.
Absolutely, you got it. So you have 7 notes within that scale. And oftentimes when you're practicing your skills, oftentimes you will repeat the first note, which would actually be an octave above to form 8. So it can, and the reason why it sounds pleasing to our ear, LOL, the reason it sounds pleasing to our ear is because it all has to do with the science of sound behind the music, which is also known as musical acoustics, which Mr. MikeFBell is going to grace you guys with a lovely explanation through the experiment today.
Well, you can probably see this behind me, hopefully. You probably may or may not be able to see it. It is just a chart with the different frequencies and the frequencies for like A, B, C, and as you go up all the way an octave, and there's different sets. But anyway, Monday here is gonna demonstrate some. Maybe we can get you to do a scale.
Absolutely. Okay. So here, can you guys see? So I'm just gonna do like a basic, like C major scale. See if it's turned up. So this is your first starting pitch. That would be number 7. And then to resolve it, you go to number 8.
C again. So it's a 7 and then, okay.
And 8.
Awesome. So all those keys that you're playing, it's basically 7 keys in a row over and over again?
Technically, yes. So when a song is in a specific key, you are basically you're utilizing the notes within that scale to formulate other chords, and then you start building different chords on top of different scale degrees within that chord. And then you could literally go crazy. The possibilities are endless, and it's all thanks to musical acoustics, sort of the science behind building these very interesting chord structures. So yeah.
Well, that's really interesting. So what is there's like different names for like higher octaves, I guess?
Oh, absolutely. Do you want to get into that today, or this is one of those topics where I could like go on and on forever?
I say let's see what you can do in 2 minutes.
Oh, the explanation?
Play a song and then we'll go ahead.
Oh, Chris Casper. Okay. All right, so cue the song.
Cue the song.
Okay. All right, you guys. So here is my rendition of Lips of an Angel.
Yes.
Honey, why you calling me too late? It's kind of hard to talk right now. Honey, why you crying? Is everything okay? I gotta rest because I can't be too loud. My girl's in the next room. Sometimes I wish she was you. I guess we never really moved on. It's really good to hear your voice singing my name. It sounds so sweet, coming from the lips of an angel. Hearing those words, it makes me weak. And I never want to say goodbye. My girl, you make it hard to be faithful with the lips of an angel. It's funny that you're calling me tonight. And yes, I'm trying to talk you too. And doesn't know you're talking to me. Will it start a fight? No, I don't think that she has a clue. My girl's in the next room. Sometimes I wish she was you. I guess we never really moved on. It's really good to hear your voice singing my name. It sounds so sweet, coming from the lips of an angel. Even those words, it makes me weak. you, MikeFBell. Thank you.
Standing ovation. Standing ovation. You
Thank
are
so much,
fantastic.
everyone.
Everybody here, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that favorite button on Monday. She is amazing. She has a show in just a couple hours, and I will be there too to see her at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Thank you so much. Thank you, MikeFBell. I'll be here to hang out with you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Let's get started with some science. All righty. Thank you so much, Miss Monday. You were amazing. So let's go on. Here we go. We have the science of sound. I thought it would be interesting to start with somebody that takes this theory and applies it and makes it sound good. But anyway, so we have the science of sound, and then there's two different types of waves. There's transverse waves and there's longitudinal waves. So the type of wave that you normally see, like the one that goes up and down like that, like up top, that is actually a transverse wave. Audio wave is different from a transverse wave because it's actually a longitudinal wave. And what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you how longitudinal waves are kind of like in line with each other. The reason they're called longitudinal waves is because they are parallel. So like with waves, there's the wavelength, and then there's the amplitude, which is the height of the wave. And then you've got the trough and the crest at the very top. So anyway, what I'm going to show you is not that. What I am going to show you is this. So I have a slinky here. Regular old slinky. So this is a demonstration of the different types of waves. So what we have here is when I go up and down like that, that is a transverse wave, right? Thank you. And then what we have here is with a longitudinal wave. And you didn't see that, but it's a wave going down. No. Yeah. Okay. So that is a transverse wave. It's in that direction. It's a little bit more difficult than I thought to make, but not a big deal. Slinkies are awesome. They are the ultimate science toy. It's like, what kid doesn't love Slinkies? So, let's see. Okay, so here we go to our next experiment. So, we have the speed of sound. So, you might have heard the speed of sound before. It's when something goes faster than the speed of sound, which can vary a little bit. So the variance in the speed of sound changes with temperature and with pressure. So let's see, turn that off. There we go. So, and like in different materials, the speed of sound changes. So for instance, we have rubber 60 meters per second versus aluminum, which is like 6320 meters per second. Like, so air is a little bit different. So here we got the speed of sound here. And as you go away, the speed of sound actually produces the Doppler effect. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is probably something you've all... Whoop, don't want to do that. So I just got a towel here because we're going to demonstrate the speed of sound. Unfortunately, Amazon is incompetent, and I tried to get something here. I ordered a bullwhip, but a towel will have to do. Lots of funky names here. Yeah, so anyway, there's a towel here, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get to crack it. Hopefully. And this is because what's going to happen is this towel is going to rotate around, and then this edge right here is going to go faster than the speed of sound. I do have a bullwhip coming in. I ordered it from Amazon. Unfortunately, I got to make sure that I order sooner, I guess. So here we go. Nope. There we go. Did you hear that? It's a loud pop. Lost all your whips. There we go. It's like the faster. It's like everybody take notes. But let's see. What we have the speed of sound. It like happens at 1,236 kilometers per hour. So it happens at a pretty quick speed. Let me see if I. Hopefully, yeah, whatever. Not a big deal. Whips. Thank you. So it's pretty cool. There's like a lot of interesting things when it comes to sound. Did you know that you need air in order for sound to propagate? Yeah, it's like, so in space, that vacuum, it's like you don't. What type of sound is it when you hear a gun firing? That is dependent on whether the bullet goes supersonic or not. If it's a subsonic bullet, you're just hearing the explosion of the gunpowder. If you're hearing a loud crack, that is from the bullet going supersonic. So when that happens, it creates that little pressure wave, just like this. Depends on how it. No, it depends on all the. It depends on. Yeah, the sound does, and it's louder. Sonic the Hedgehog. So next, what I'm going to do is pretty cool. Okay. So with resonant frequency, There we go. Turn that off. And look down over here. So what I have is a speaker, and it's actually a decent speaker. Like, as small as it is, I'm pretty impressed with its power. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking this speaker, and I have a drum, as you may have noticed right here. And under this drum, I'm going to put this speaker. And then we're going to play some stuff. Hopefully, we'll get a cool... Well, I probably have to turn it on first. That's why. Powering on. That definitely does help when you turn it on. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully have this linked with my Bluetooth. Oh, no, I think I actually turned my Bluetooth off or something. It's like it's pairing. I love seeing you in the feature show streams. Your comments are hilarious. Well, I think that my comments are hilarious too. Like, I really hope that everybody is enjoying what they're seeing. And if you are just turning out, this is Weird Science Wednesday, and I'm your host, MikeFBell. I do this every week. I talk about science. So I hope that you hit me with that favorite button and smash those hearts and send diamonds if they come up. I love you all. You guys rock. All right, so connected. You can actually see it. Watch this. And I can adjust the frequency. So what's happening here is I got changing the frequency and actually making this jump. So let's try 440 hertz. There we go. So let's try something else. It's like, see that pattern that's like dancing around on there? Okay, that hurts my head. It's like I should wear earphones probably, but soft landing they come. Thank you so much all for joining me. I'm MikeFBell, and we're just talking about the science of sound today. I hope you are enjoying what you're seeing. We're just going to be messing around with sound. Yes, #1 trending. Thank you all so much for being there, and thank you for hitting that favorite button. I really do appreciate it. But anyways, so what we are doing is I just have a tone generator. And actually, I was thinking I should probably put on some like dubstep or something. So you can actually hear dubstep. Okay. So where's my dubstep? Technical difficulties.
Look how she gets some.
I know, it's like I'm just mesmerized by the fact that everything does this. Like, I've been wanting to. I think I might build this really big and see what I can do with sound. Seeing this is pretty awesome because you can actually see the sound. Who farted? And if you guys are just joining us now, I'm MikeFBell, and I host Weird Science Wednesday. I hope that you're able to tune in every week because I'm going to have a new experiment for you guys every week. Remember, MikeFBell. 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 Kim Possible, how are you? I know it's a party. What's the plan? We are going to next look at let's pause this for a second. Because next we're going to take a look at something cool because sound requires air to make any noise. So like in the vacuum of space, for instance, if say you were able to make a sound, you wouldn't even be able to hear it. As Mundy's probably pretty much aware, or pretty well aware, it's all based on the vocal cords and being able to vibrate that air. And you see right there with the salt on top of the drum how it vibrates with the yeah. What about underwater? Yeah, underwater is different. Yeah, you could still hear underwater. You could actually hear quicker underwater, believe it or not. Because remember that diagram that I had earlier with the different materials that the speed of sound in different materials? It's because underwater it actually moves a lot quicker. So you can hear, yes. You just need something to make that pressure happen. It has to be that wave. It has to be that longitudinal wave. So what we got next is I got a vacuum pump, and we're going to take that same speaker and we're going to play it and hopefully pump the vacuum chamber down, and we should hopefully hear a very diminished sound from that speaker. So it should be pretty cool. Okay, so first thing to do is get my speaker and dubstep. All right, there it is under no vacuum. What's going on, Beck? How are you? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this guy on. And you'll notice almost like pretty quickly the sound definitely goes way down. Way down. And that's because air is required for sound or some medium for which to travel through. So in a vacuum, even though there's no such thing as a 100% vacuum, what happens is this takes enough away the air molecules in order to make it so you can't even hear it. I mean, you can hear it a little bit. But and if everybody's just joining us, if anybody is joining us, I'm MikeFBell, and this is Weird Science. I'm doing Weird Science Wednesday. I do it every week, 3 p.m., 12 p.m. or 12 p.m. Pacific time, and we just talk about science and do different science experiments. Every week, I try to keep a new theme and a new topic. Like, for instance, today we did the science of sound. So we, of course, went over what a transverse and a longitudinal wave are and why sound is a longitudinal wave rather than a transverse wave. We also took a look at the speed of sound, and unfortunately, I did not have what I originally wanted. I had a bullwhip coming in from Amazon, but that does not matter. No big deal. So next, we moved on to the speaker and the drum, and we looked at how there's different vibrations and it reacts differently to different frequencies. So it's pretty neat how sound has a whole unlimited potential. Not only can you use it for science, but it also sounds amazing, as proven by Monday. So here we go. I got this pumped down probably about as much sound weaponry, yes. It's definitely possible. So I'm going to turn off this pump. Just listen for a minute, see if you can hear this. But as the vacuum goes down, you'll hear the pump shut off. I mean, you'll hear the music come back on. Excuse me. It's getting louder. Now watch. A little Aaron. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot different. So, now, rather than dubstep, I just wanted to go over this one more time with the frequencies. That's something that we did earlier, but I didn't really go into it much. I know. Here we go. Okay, so check this. Okay, there's 440. That's a middle. Middle A is 440. If I go down here and then here. So if I was to go to on F, it would be 349.2. So I can put that in my frequency generator. There we go. There's an F. So now if we switch it up to say, turn that off for a second. Okay, so now if we look at a different frequency, let's say we look at a C, which is 261.6. 261.6. So let's go ahead and put that into our frequency generator. 260. No, wait. 261.6. Oh, it's close enough. 262. This is close. There we go. So let's try something else. You got an idea? What's your idea? I'm curious as to everybody's ideas. And if you are just joining me now, this is Weird Science. I'm your host, MikeFBell, and we're talking about the science of sound. So I hope you are enjoying what you're seeing. We're just having some fun getting together. Be sure to smash that favorite button. If you do anything today, hit that favorite button. So that way I can at least send out some blasts and let everybody know what's going on. And be sure to favorite me. And besides that, follow me on Instagram at the same username, MikeFBell. It's like anybody that follows me in the next hour, I will follow them back. But let's see. Let's try another frequency. Thanks, Casper. Casper, the friendly ghost. So let's look at a different frequency. So if we go to this, we got how about a E flat? That's 311.1. So what's going on is I will put this in. I forgot what I said here. 311.1 for E flat. 311. Close enough. Okay, so here we go. Here, E flat. Yeah, that sounds like E flat. That's pretty cool. Like how frequency, I could sing in E flat like that. That's good. Well, here you go. If you need a tuning, you're more than welcome to sing along, jump in the box, or just come on in and sing along with us. Yeah, it's like actually human hearing is only to a certain range. Once you get above a certain frequency, you will actually not be able to hear it. So actually, as you age, you'll be able to not hear as high of a frequency. So one thing that teenagers discovered is they could set their ringtones to a higher frequency and they would hear it, but their parents would not hear their ringtones because once you get to my age, you can't really hear the difference. So here is an example of that. So I'm going to crank this up to like, what do I have? There we go. That's 22,000 hertz. So 22 kilohertz. See, I can't hear anything, but there may be somebody that can hear that. I don't know. I don't know if the microphone even picks that up. Here is, let's try like 14,000. Hold on. I'm getting there. Do you hear that? All right, I gotta turn that off. That's like, it's like, I know I hit the right note when I get a nosebleed or something. No, just kidding. That would never happen. Hopefully. So, like, with that, you could hear that, but not everybody is able to hear that. Like, the higher you go, the less you're going to be able to hear it. So, like, if you go down low, let's see, like the lowest frequency we hear. This is 20 hertz. 20 hertz. That means that you have, it's more of like a feeling. Like I can't really describe it, but you could kind of see what's going on. But when you turn this up, like let's go to a higher frequency, like 41. So you can go like the lower frequencies on the highest. Let's see, 7902 is the highest note. 7902. So if I set it at 7902. 7902. Come on. So I gotta get there. It's so loud. I gotta just turn that off for a minute while I get there. 7902. That is a B. A B8. Or whatever that means. I'm sure Mundy would be able to better explain it here. Yeah, you can. You could, that's kind of like what a dog whistle does. You just go to a higher, like this is 22,000. So 22 kilohertz. 22 kilohertz. That is way higher than we could hear. So even though that's putting this out right now, it doesn't. It's above your hearing too, because I can't hear it. That's for sure. So let's go back to like a different. So let's go to 21.83. Can you hear that? Hey, Quinn, what's going on? If you're just joining us, we're doing the science of sound. You probably can't hear that. It's okay. There we go. Probably hear that. But what's cool about that is music is just nothing more than a sound. And it's just a frequency. It's just a frequency. Like if you get down to it, it's these frequencies played in a certain way that makes up a beat, and you get patterns, and music begins to sound amazing. Like, of course, with Mundy's case, if you were all here, which I hope you were in the beginning, I had my first ever guest on the show, Mundy Love. If you don't know Mundy, she has her own show here on Meet Me at 6 p.m. Eastern, in the style of. So I hope that you all found today pretty interesting. I know I have just a few more minutes and then I have to get going. But if there's any questions that anybody has, please do ask them now. Sound travels faster in water than air because the water is a liquid versus air, which is a gas. In a gas, it's less dense. So it's definitely, the speed of sound is dependent upon the density of the material. Can sound be weaponized? Yes, it can, and it has been. They do that. Do frequencies have anything to do with the feelings? Yes, they do. You could actually, once you get down to these like lower frequencies, like I'm playing right now, I got 40 hertz. But once you get down to the subwoofer level and like the low hertz, that's when it's more of a feeling than it is hearing it. Frequencies, yes, and the frequencies resonate with each other, forming chords. This is music to my ears. Oh, what about brain? Is it going to hear the same frequencies, but it can affect their brain? Not to my knowledge, no. So when some quick responses, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going through these. Yeah, right. Maybe next week or something, or one of the future weeks, we'll do the science of methane. So one other thing that I wanted to show you was the Doppler effect. So let's go ahead and turn this to a frequency that sounds like a siren, kind of. Okay, that's kind of cool. because you could actually hear sound as it travels by. You probably all heard of when the siren is going and a police car goes by you. It's like, it's like forward, like that is called the Doppler effect. That is actually something that is measurable, and it is what allows us to have weather radar. So what's cool is I'm going to turn this off, and then hopefully see me. So I'm going to turn this on to a frequency, and then you could hear it as I'm going to go past the microphone. Yeah. And that's a Doppler effect. That's a compression of those waves. So it's an interesting thing. So go ahead and shut that there off. Okay. Doppler effect, lightsaber. It's like a lightsaber. Actually, one of the cool things that I realized when I was setting up the experiment is slinkies. They sound like blasters. Listen. Pretty cool. Yes, questions. Hit me. What's your question, Metallic? Thank you all so much for joining me, and thank you for all your comments and questions. I really do appreciate everything. Danny, what's going on, man? How are you, sir? Thank you so much. But that sounds pretty awesome. Like, that's like... It's like, that's totally how they made the weirdest sound I've ever heard. That's a good question. Yeah, that witch from the Halloween. That was horrible. You know, that actually made me turn off my sound for the gifts. But hey, thank you all so much. I am just about done here for the day. I just wanted to say thank you all so much. Smash that favorite button if you haven't done so, because you know what? I send out blast, and go ahead and favorite me and follow me on Instagram, because you can always contact me through there if you have any experiment ideas or something that you want to see demonstrated. I'll try to incorporate it. The weirdest sound you ever heard was Nickelback. It's like, actually, the weirdest sound is when I listen to myself playing back the... Weird sounds. Thank you all so much. I will see you next week. Yeah, Weird Science Wednesday every week at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time. I hope you guys can turn out next week for another episode. We'll be doing more stuff. I know we had a fun time covering the science of sound. If you have any ideas, be sure to drop an ideas or hit me with a DM on Instagram. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Thank you all so much. Live long and prosper, guys.